What's happening? What's happening? Back again for another episode of Verified with Cornell the Shooter on the C&P Network. Today, I'm sitting down with none other than Jay Woods. Brody, what's happening?
What's good with you? What's good?
Can't complain, man. Can't complain. This is probably going to be, I'm going to shoot a lot of questions at you because not only do I feel like a lot of people have questions for you, but me being a videographer, I have questions for you too.
For sure.
I paid attention to your work for a minute now, so let's get into it.
For sure.
Since it's the first time you're on this platform, I want everybody to adjust to who you are, and then I hit you with the hard-hitting question.
For sure.
Cool. Where exactly are you from?
So I moved around a lot, but mainly where I stayed at, like lived at, is East Brainerd, and Lee Highway. But East Brainerd and Lee Highway. So that's like the Tyner area, that's where I went to school at and shit. So that's really where I lived at. But I grew up everywhere though. Like I got family everywhere. My mama used to have me in the little summer camps growing up. Bethlehem Center, Southside Center. I used to go to Shepherd Center a lot. So I just, I done moved around a lot, so yeah.
But you were born in Chattanooga.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what it is. So, what was it like growing up?
For me, my mama worked a lot, so I was real deal outside, like, riding bikes. My era was like the technology wasn't really there yet. You know what I'm saying? So, from the time like the technology came like middle school. So, before then we was still, riding bikes, being outside, we weren't really on technology like that for real. And like I said, I'm going to, summer camps, like that's still a thing. Like I don't know if really kids be into that nowadays, but I know if you went to the Southside Center or Bethlehem summer camps like growing up, like around my age, like it was fun. Like we, that's how I really know a lot of people for real. Like we just had fun. I played instruments growing up, so that's a lot of, I did that in my free time for real. It was just, playing music, reading music. Like I was really into, music, like the musicianship of it.
So you were into music at an early age?
Yeah, definitely. Probably like I got a video of me playing a real instrument at like 4 years old.
What instrument was that?
It was a trombone. I didn't even know how to play it for real, but like I asked my mama for it for Christmas because that's what I was into. Like I always been into music, like since I could remember, really.
So is this before the YouTube era?
I
asked that because how did you teach yourself?
Yeah, I don't. Well, okay, so my uncle, he was a band director.
Okay.
So he used to just play like band clips like around me, like HBCU band clips, like FAMU, Alabama State, Southern, like all these different HBCUs. He had tapes of, and he was playing them around me as a kid. And I don't know, like it's just I guess I just got inspired by that and just. Because I went like when I was asking for them instruments at 4, 5 years old, like I was just, making noise out of them.
Right.
But then when I got to around like when I was like 8 or 9, that's when I actually started to really like learn how to play these instruments. My first instrument was a saxophone. So but I had like lessons. My uncle was teaching me. He was a band director at Howard, then went to the band director at Tyner. So then by middle school, I was in the classes already, learning or whatever. So, but yeah, it was like prime, like this was like right when the YouTube era was like really popping. So like if you like I still got videos of me on my old YouTube, like me playing my instrument, like that's what we used to do. Like we'll just used to upload ourselves, playing our horns. Like that's really like a whole nother culture that a lot of people, unless you in that band world, you really don't know about for real. So
gotcha.
But yeah, that's really what I was, devoting my time to for real.
So right now, how many instruments do you know how to play?
Saxophone, trumpet, mellophone is my primary instrument. That's what I got a scholarship on and everything. And yeah, them 3.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
So.
Yeah, man. I run into a lot of people where when they're younger, and when they do get involved with music, they either a singer or a rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's pretty dope that you was actually in the band, man.
Yeah, I played Little League sports too. I played for the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? East Brainerd, played for them, Little League. So I was into sports and stuff too. I played rec league, basketball. Like I was just into a lot of stuff growing up. Like I said, like we really ain't have a lot of social media like that. So, my mom was making me, get into stuff like, your ass ain't finna sit in the house.
Right.
you finna, you finna do something. Like that's how I grew up. Like you
Right.
couldn't just, be sitting around doing that. You know what I'm
So
saying? So
you said you played little league sports,
yep.
but still music was your passion
Oh
even
yeah,
then.
yeah. They used to my teammates used to laugh at me because I used to be like everybody used to be like, oh, I'm finna be a running back when I go to high school. I used to be like, shit, I'm finna be in the band. And they'll be like, they'll be laughing at me for it and they think I was playing. Like I'm like, bro, I'm for real. Like I'm finna be in the band, bro. Like I'm not playing football after a certain time. And
Right.
when that certain time came, I'm done. Like this is what I'm doing. Like
So was your desire to be a producer one day, or what was
nah,
what was long
like
term?
it wasn't no desire to do nothing like that. I really did just enjoy music that much to where I ain't even really just have a plan. Like, cause a lot of people thought, oh, he gonna be a band director. Like, cause my senior project, I had to write music for my band program, or whatever, the high school I went to. So a lot of people thought I was gonna, follow that and be a band director, but I knew I never was gonna be a band director. Like as much as I love music, I was like, I know I ain't gonna be no band director. Like that ain't nothing I want to do for a career. You know what
Gotcha.
I'm saying? So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Uh, you said your mom a lot.
yeah.
Was your father present growing up?
Kind of is complicated. But yeah, he was around. But living wise, it was really just me and my mama coming up though.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Um, so other than band, how were you in school? Like, what type of student were you?
Like I said, my mama worked a lot, so I wasn't the best student for real, cause like I didn't really, when I used to get home from school, I'm outside playing for real, cause my mama ain't got out of work yet, or I'm at, the center, whatever center I'm close to at that time, like, so I really wasn't too much into, schoolwork and being a good student like that for real. Like I was just kind of, just
But you
doing my own
graduated though.
thing. Yeah, I graduated high school for sure.
You graduated from
Like,
China, you said?
yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Best T, Turner Middle School, and Turner High School. So been on that same street for real.
What year was that?
I graduated
Yeah.
2015.
Okay. What it is? Did you go to college?
Yep. So when I graduated 2015, I had a band scholarship to go to Alabama
Right.
State. So I went there
Where
for three
where at you
years.
said?
Alabama State.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I know. Lil Yachty, Lil Boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. He went to school with me our first year. He only stayed for like 3-4 months, but he came the same year I came
Lil
and
Yachty
stuff.
did.
So yep,
Okay.
yep,
I didn't even
yeah.
know you went there.
Yep.
That's what's
Yeah, it was
up.
only like 4 months, but he definitely went there though. He talked about it in his interviews. I don't think he say the school name,
Right.
but you know what I'm saying, he definitely talked about it. They said, well, when I was there, I was in the band, so freshmen can't do nothing. So I couldn't go to no parties, no school events, nothing like that. So he claimed that like a lot of them, used to bully him like at the talent shows, shit like that or whatever.
But you wasn't there, so you don't
Yeah, I
know.
wasn't there, so I don't know. Like
Did you hear anything of that
nah, like he
nature?
was my nah, he was one of my brother's suite mates. So I just used to see him like going to my partner room, like
Okay.
you know what I'm
So y'all
saying?
didn't have
But
any interaction?
nah, just walking past each other, that's about it or whatever. But
Right.
I ain't know he was gonna be that though.
Yeah. So you said you got a scholarship.
Yep.
So how does that work? I know how, I know how football players or basketball players get scholarships. How does somebody in the band get a scholarship?
So you just they give you in the band you got a thing called scales. So you got 12 major scales. So um basically, if you can, play those major scales, know those major scales, you got to audition basically. You can know those major scales, those 12 major scales, and do a sight reading. Like they just give you a piece of music, random, and you just, you gotta, sight reading. You're supposed to know how to read music. So that's how you get, your scholarship. Like that's how you get money to go to school for band. So,
Okay.
depending on the school, you could get, 5,000, or depending on the school, you get a full ride. It just, it all depends. So,
What was your situation?
so I think I had like a $6,000 scholarship, something like that. Um, so yeah, it pretty much paid for like my room and board. Um, we used to get stipends going on the trips or whatever. So, because we traveled a lot with the football team. Um, so yeah, so uh, with my grants and all that, that I had, it pretty much, it helped out for sure. Like I said, and that's just at a, at Alabama State. Like somewhere else, they could be giving band students a full ride.
Right.
You never know nobody's situation for real. But I know Alabama State was that was like they max. Like they couldn't really give you over
Okay. I got
$5,000,
you.
$6,000 to go
Got
to
you.
school there for a band.
Got you.
So you can get a full ride going to Alabama State, but chance is pretty slim, if you're trying to be in the band.
So how long did you stay at Alabama State?
3 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I really be thinking about wouldn't go back to Bama State, but
Okay.
going back to school just in
Right.
general, like just to finish that little year and some change I got, like, cause a nigga did pay for it,
Right.
definitely don't feel like I wasted my time though. So
Well, how would you describe going to HBCU?
you, uh, I always like, going to predominantly black schools in general, like high school and college or whatever. So, um, it's definitely got its, pros and cons. Of course, like the financial aid stuff, like all that, that political stuff be, kind of messing it up for real. But as far as like the atmosphere, like that's I love being around black people. You know what I'm saying? So and they, everybody doing you got people starting businesses, you got people that's, real smart. Like you got all these black people. I mean, it's white people and other races too, but it's predominantly all black people at these schools, and just feeding off each other and just really motivating each other. That's what we was on at Alabama State or whatever. So especially in that time period, I don't know really how things going on now, but I see a lot of people like that went to school with me. Like everybody talk about how they miss them school days for real, because it's like, bro, we was real deal. Like we just had fun. Like we was going to school, doing, taking care of what we needed to take care of, but, we was also making memories. You feel me? So
Dig it. No, that's
yeah,
real.
like I definitely, my niece right now just she finna go to HBCU. Like I'm glad. Like
Which one she going to?
she going to Hampton. So that's like more of the, the prestigious HBCUs. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So yeah, so I'm excited to see how her journey is there, because we always looked at Alabama State right in the hood, like real deal projects right there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's how a
What
lot of
city is Alabama State in?
Montgomery.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
but that's really a lot of HBCUs are like that though. Like they smack dead in the middle of the hood. Like, but Hampton though, I don't necessarily know. I doubt they in the hood like that, but they are looked at as like more of a prestigious HBCU, like more of a Morehouse,
Right, right,
Spelman.
right.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying? That
right,
they kind of up there with them or
right.
whatever.
So, you travel a lot, so I guess you plan on visiting her when she get there?
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
That's what's up. You said you still have about a year to finish.
Yeah, about a year and some change to finish college period.
Okay, what exactly happened with that? Why didn't you finish Alabama State?
So my third year, yeah, it was my third year. So it was fall semester. And so everybody was going to get their financial aid. So like I told you, financial aid, you went to HBCU, like financial aid is a whole ordeal at, HBCU. But this day, we went, school was about to start, everybody going up to the financial aid offices trying to figure out, their situations, and ain't nobody in there. And we like, damn, what the, like, ain't no, like, usually somebody in here, but when nobody in there, we like, damn, like, maybe they just ain't got to work yet or something.
Right.
And they sent the thing out and said that the whole financial aid office quit. And I was like, nigga, what?
They quit.
That everybody quit. Everybody.
Okay.
The whole not a single soul was left in that bitch. Like
They
everybody
quit.
quit. Everybody quit. So it was like, man, just keep going to school, just keep going to class. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna this and the third. So I, me, I wasn't just a, studious person like that to begin with. So, I went to school, I went to class about a month and a half or something like that. But when I ain't see my financial aid posted after like a month and a half, I was like, well, no, I ain't going, I ain't going to class no more, because y'all gonna try to charge me for these classes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and
Right.
which they did. I had to go up there like a year later and get that situated. But yeah, like that was in the fall. So when the spring came, like nothing changed or whatever. So, that just made, and then that was around the time I just had started getting into doing the camera stuff too. So when that spring semester came, you know, that just gave me every reason to just be like, all right, man, you know, I'm finna just go do this, you know, this camera stuff. Like I traveled to Atlanta, either Atlanta, Memphis, or Chat every weekend in that spring semester. What was that, like 17, I think?
Okay.
I think it was 17, yeah.
So you picked up the camera while in college.
Yeah. So my boy Cheney, he thought I like did stuff with cameras already.
He thought you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I think somebody told him I
What say,
did.
what led him to believe
Yeah,
that?
I think somebody. I ain't never really just. I think he told me like when he first said it, but I don't remember. But I think somebody told him that I did or whatever. Like
Okay.
misled him that I was doing camera work already or whatever. But
Right.
he wanted me to help him with some. Cause he a photog. I think he a photog. I think that's what you call it. For the news, like the news people that do the camera work for the news.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. But yeah, but he was doing that was before, like when we was in school, he wasn't doing that yet. He was still,
Okay.
about to graduate,
Right.
doing little, freelance projects, stuff like that. And I
Right.
think, and that's what I was helping him on. But, I'm just a person that like, I don't, I'm not going to, say no to the opportunity that can, open my eyes to something else. Like I
Right.
could have been like, bro, I don't do nothing with cameras. Like, you gotta get somebody else.
Right.
But, I was like, shit, I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm already, in this little situation with the school and stuff. I was just looking for something to do.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I helped him and I just seen like the editing process. Like that's really what turned me on to the camera work. Like not even like I don't even really like holding the camera for real. Like doing camera work, like shooting
Wait a minute.
the visuals. Yeah,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
yeah, I don't really like it for real.
So you said what turns you on about
It's editing.
is the editing
Yeah,
process.
it's like sitting
My
down.
least favorite part.
Yeah,
is the editing
that's
process.
what a lot of people. That's what a lot of directors say though. Like they be like, bro, you really like the edit. I'm like, bro,
Oh man.
that's what that's what turned me on to it. Cause at first, like when I was first in school, like when I first got there trying to figure everything out, when I first got to college, I ain't really, I ain't want to sit there and learn no camera.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I just felt like it was too hard. Like I'm like, bro, like it's too much, it's too technical for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just, even though I still don't really like shooting, like in the long run, I'm gonna have somebody else, shoot my. I'm gonna be just
So
completely
still to this
directing.
day, you're still not
Yeah.
a fan of the
No,
recording process.
no.
You just like the editing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Go
Which
ahead.
I mean, I still learn it because I gotta, I gotta know it. You know what I'm saying, to be successful, to
Right.
have, but yeah, that pretty much turned me on to it. And then after that, I just went home and taught myself. Like I just like YouTube, like every day, like just YouTube and whatever it is about, editing, shooting, this and the third. That's what had me, led me to having to pick up a camera because I'm like, all right, I can't do no editing without no camera. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
so yeah, so I had did a video for this dance class, and I did it on my phone, but I had a little phone gimbal though. I did a little video, like I mean, now looking back on it, I probably think it's weak, but
Right.
like, but back then though, everybody in the dance class was like, oh yeah, this hard, this fire, like you know what I'm saying. So that just that's pretty much history then. Like that's kind of what my motivation is. It's like other people's reaction to my work.
Gotcha.
Like when people, react to my work and tell me, how good my work is and they, satisfied with their product, that fuel me to do more. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, all right, let me, I done wowed them and with this one, let me see what I can do different
Right.
to, get that same reaction out of them the next time. So that's just what I did with it. Just kind of taught myself.
So, what was the first camera you used?
My iPhone.
So
Then
iPhone.
then the actual camera was a Nikon. I probably shot on that for like maybe like 6 months. But then
Do you remember which one it was?
Nah, I definitely don't remember what Nikon it was. Cause I ain't like it. I ain't like the Nikon. I ain't like how it looked. But I wasn't doing nothing too complex at the time. I was doing like parties,
Right.
stuff like that. So I really ain't, really wasn't even focused on that at the time then. Then I moved up to a Sony A7. No, a Sony A6300. I had a nice little lens or whatever. Then I had then that's when I got the camera I got now is the Sony A7 III.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said if you would look back at that first little video you did, you know, you be like, oh, it's weak. Do you ever just like casually go look at your
Oh
past
yeah,
work?
Facebook they had the memories pop up or whatever. So it was just a video I did with that Nikon actually. I went to Memphis for a pool party and I had did a video there, and that was like the first video I ever did like on the actual like camera, and that just popped up like a week ago, and I was like, boy, this joint right here is so ass. I was like, man, I was like, this. I mean, it ain't ass, but like just like if I was to shoot it now, like it would look totally different. Like,
Right.
but but yeah, looking back on it, I was like, dang, like I done came a long way. Like that was like 2018, like that was like 2018. So, to it's 2024, like, looking back on it, I'm like, dang, like, I've been doing this for a minute. You
Right.
feel me? So yeah.
So so you said you while in college, you picked up the camera and you started to travel like Memphis,
Yeah,
Chat,
Memphis, Chat,
Atlanta.
Atlanta, heavy Atlanta, definitely Atlanta.
So you became more established in Atlanta than any other city you feel or?
Yeah, so my boy DJ Spinz, that was like the first person I met like in the music industry. Like, so if y'all know who DJ Spinz. If you're a producer, you definitely know who Spinz is. Spinz 808. But he Future DJ. He produced Fuck Up Some Commas for Future. He produced a
Oh
lot of
wow.
If you go back and look at his catalog, he done produced for Travis Porter, Bankroll Fresh, all them like
Man.
he like he was in that era or whatever. But that was the first person I met along that journey. Me and my boy Jared, he made beats too. We used to just hit that road, man. Like we just hit that road, and Jared had a connection to him already, and we used to go over his house, and you know they used to create beats and stuff. But at that point, I wasn't really. I was just getting into camera work, so I was just kind of around at that time. But that was I was using the moments to you know for one to get motivated, and two, I'm shooting little content. Like I'm just getting my feet wet with it.
Right.
But but having him as kind of like a mentor, a person to come to, like it was just easy for us to go there and just keep going back, like because we had that resource. Like when we first started going to Atlanta, uh like them first couple of weeks, like we ain't really, we was just down there just kicking it. Like I think we went to I think we pulled up to like the East Atlanta Day. They got a little like
Right.
festival out there, East
Right.
Atlanta. Yeah, we it was the first one too. Like we had pulled up to that because we was just in Atlanta like doing nothing. Like we ain't really had nothing to do. Like we was just trying to, find, we was just trying to network,
Gotcha.
really. So then, shortly after that, that's when we met bruh. And that's when we had like a home base to go to really like, lock in and, just get inspired, work, network, whatever.
Man, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So present day, uh, you, AK, Who Shot Jimmy, you know, y'all like the big three when you talk about music videos in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
You being from Chattanooga, how does it feel to get that recognition from your hometown?
It feel good. I mean, I always just wanted to, to show the city love, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as just, video wise, like, so, it's cool to, see my name in, certain conversations or whatever, like, which, I don't really too much get into it for real. Like, it's not really something I like really care about for real, but
What's that?
just, like being recognized, and I'm a person like I don't really think about it in my city. Like I try to branch out and just, be known in plenty of places. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
What you are.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
So,
in chat,
yeah, right.
but also surrounding areas. You know,
Right.
honestly, I've been in Atlanta, and somebody will drop your name, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
bro from chat. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So
And
that
I definitely make sure everybody know, like, nah, I'm from Chat, because I know a lot of people think that I'm from Alabama, because that's kind of where I started at, got my feet wet at. But But yeah, like nah, like I'm from Chat, like born
Right.
and raised.
I mean, you
Yeah.
were saying earlier, some people still hit you up now and be like, hey, bro, you local?
Yeah, like they're I guess people think that I'm, I don't know, like but I mean I get it though, like I be in so many different places or whatever. So, you just, on the outside looking in, you probably won't know. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So, at any point, have you professionally been in like a competition with like AK or Who Shot Jimmy?
No, I ain't never felt no competition
None.
with nobody. Like
Okay.
I, you know, I'm a person that, like to come together. Like, I don't really look at competition because, all of this is subjective. Like everybody, everybody got their own opinions on, you know, who they like as far as video, who they like as far as producing. Like, everybody got their own talent and their own sauce. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm more of a, come together, let's get a bag, let's create something, I ain't really too much on no competitive, Now the game, the video game is definitely competitive.
Right.
I will say I ain't gonna, cap on that. Like, the video game competitive. Like you have to be able to, to keep up with what's going on if you want to, be relevant in the music video. But as far as like competing with just, one person, nah, I don't get into that.
Dig it. I'm a videographer myself.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I'm not gonna say the name, but I had, and it's not neither one of the ones I just said. That wasn't AK, what Who Shot Jimmy, but I had somebody who does videos locally. Uh, when I first started doing it,
Yeah.
they got mad at my price. They were like, man, you hurting the game, you undercutting people. I got to a point, bro. Like when I first started doing it, man, I was shooting $100 a video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it wasn't no cookie cutter video either. I'm pulling on all the stops.
Yeah.
But he felt like I was undercutting the game and I was hurting the game because of my price.
Right.
Feel like somebody like I'll give you an example. What's his name? Chris Frost. He shoots, and from what I can tell,
Yeah, that's my
what I'm
boy.
being
Yeah.
told, bro work with any budget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you feel like when you have a videographer like that work with any budget that'll pull up for $100 and shoot the same way, somebody else would most likely charge $500 for? Do you feel like that's certain game?
Nah, I don't feel like it's hurting the game because, you know, people gotta understand that everybody journey different. Like, what works for one person not gonna work for I done seen people pick up a camera and 3 months in, they already making a living off of it just because they, got the resources to, them to make that happen like that.
Right.
But a lot of us don't got them resources like that, bro. Like we want to get our, if we want to get our craft out there to the world and people not paying for it, how is you gonna do it?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you gon' I done had plenty of times where I'm like, man, hell no, I ain't, you gotta pay me something, like, this and the third. And, niggas will look at you like, shit, all right, then I ain't going with you then. That's one of them, beginning stages of, of doing camera work, like doing videos. And you'll sit your ass at that house for, a month and go by and ain't nobody done booked you. I bet you'll hit somebody up like, hey, bro, you just trying to shoot something, just trying to,
Yeah.
create. That's what I
Yeah.
was doing. Like, bro,
Yeah.
when I was hitting them roads, bro, going to Atlanta, going to Memphis, that first little semester I started doing it, bro, I charged nobody $1.
Mm.
Like, if people wanted to pay me,
Right.
they would. But
Right.
I don't know if y'all familiar with Primo Rice. If you familiar with Larry June, then that them two go hand in hand. But
Name sounds
yeah,
familiar.
yeah. So Primo, that's one artist I went to Memphis for. But I did a whole vlog, whole 3-day vlog for him, completely free, cause I just wanted to show off my skills,
Right.
not even show off my skills, but I knew I had to work more. Like I knew I had more work to do. Like I knew I wasn't, nowhere near to the point where, honestly, people, would want to pay me. You know what I'm saying? I'm real with myself. Like I know, like, okay, I gotta gain some respect. I gotta gain, people trust to be able to, for them to pay me, $500 for a video.
Right. That's
You know what I'm
real.
saying? So, nah, I don't, I ain't gonna knock nobody hustle. Like however you feel like you need to get it in your situation, like do that, bro, because you're not hurting the game, bro. Like, fam, like it's so many artists out here, bro. It's so much money to go around. when it comes to videography, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, everybody got to get it how they get it. I mean, bro, Chris Frost, he rap, he cut hair, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, if he is charging $100 for a video, like, bro, you know, he got other different avenues going on, bro. So, you know, is he hurting the game? Like, people that say he hurting the game, but in reality, you really saying like, oh, you know, you don't need to, you know, be trying to get money for yourself. That's what you're saying, bro, because he got multiple streams of income. That $150 he just got for a video probably just paid the bill for him. You don't even know it. You
All
telling this
right.
man, bro, stop charging, you know, this much money for a video, bro. You fucking up the game. Like this nigga paying bills with that little, you know, 150. Like, however you need to get it, bro, get it. Like, that's how I feel about it.
I dig it. I dig it. Do you currently do videos full time?
Yep.
Just
Full time.
only streaming income?
Yep.
Man, that's what's up.
Yep. But I mean, you know, now I ain't just rich off of it though. Like I ain't nowhere where I want to be with it.
Right.
But you know, I do make a living off of it though. Like yeah, I make a living from my situation off of it.
So at what point in your career did you get to a point where it could be your mainstream income?
Probably when I went on tour. Yep.
Okay.
That's when I like really started seeing like real money from it. Is when I went on tour.